This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hear about the governor's budget proposal and get some safety tips for Super Bowl Sunday from PennDOT next. Welcome everyone to another day of local information on SSP TV. I'm Ken Kara and I'm happy you can join us. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf's proposed 2021-2022 budget includes raising the income tax for some from 3.07% to 4.49%. A release from the Wolf administration says 67% of Pennsylvanians will either get a tax cut or have their taxes stay the same. The release also says low-income families currently pay the same rate as those more well off. The Standard Speaker has a table breaking down the tax proposal. For example, those filing as married with one dependent who make less than $40,000 will have no tax. Those filing the same way who make less than $74,000 a year will see a tax cut. Those filing the same way who make less than $90,000 a year will see an increase. And those filing the same way who make over $90,000 will pay the full increase of 4.49%. The Wolf administration says the proposal will help public education and Pennsylvania get back on track after the pandemic. Republican State Representative Tara Toohill says, quote, "I will be dissecting the governor's proposals through the lens of needing to prioritize kids and communities, but his $7 billion tax increase is certainly a non-starter for me," unquote. She adds that raising the personal income tax by 46% for middle-class families and small business owners who are dealing with hardships due to the pandemic doesn't make sense. In today's news feature, our Janine Lassant is joined by PennDOT District 4 Safety Press Officer Michael Toludo. The discussion starts off with the topic of using headphones or earbuds while driving.
Talk about the hearing impairment devices and what are the regulations on the roadways?
Actually, the law, Title 75, Section 3314, hearing impaired device, prohibits any driver from wearing or using one or more headphones behind the wheel. And I think you see a lot of that today, especially.
Now more than ever, so many things happening behind the wheel that is more distracting. You have texting and driving, you have all these different devices that we have that should not be used while you're behind the wheel. Wipers on, headlights on. Talk about that.
If you have your wipers on, you have to have your headlights on, and
okay.
Full headlights, not just the low beam ones. You have to have not the high beams, but your full headlight on.
Traffic control signal laws.
So sometimes you'll get to a light and the light is stuck or it's not flashing. So if a traffic signal is out of operation or not functioning properly, they want you to proceed with caution if you see a light that's not working.
Talk about some laws for motorcycle helmet and for bicycle helmet law safeties.
Well, we always talk about if you buy your kid for a birthday, Christmas, any time of the year you buy your child a bike, I always tell them you must buy a bike helmet with it. So anybody under 12 is a law that you have to wear your bike helmet. And now I'm getting hoarse, but you can ask Scranton Police Department. They always bring out a helmet that saved a girl's life. A 12-year-old fell and hit her head, and if it wasn't for the helmet, she would have been had very seriously head injury.
12 and under, they must wear a helmet while they're on the bike.
And we also recommend that everybody, even an adult, what do you do if you fall off that bike and hit your head and then you're paralyzed or you're injured for a brain injury, and then it hurts your family and your friends that have to take care of you. So I think that little extra effort to wear a bike helmet is always the best thing to do.
What about motorcycle helmet laws? What are the laws now for motorcycles?
Well, the law says you don't have to wear it, but everybody, I always tell any friends that you do motorcycle, definitely. Same thing with a bike. If you crash, it could save your life. Recommend a helmet 100%.
And we can't stress enough the importance of having all children in a safety seat and also buckled up. I mean, I cringe when I'm behind someone and I see kids in the background, jumping over seats or in the trunk waving, and they're not buckled in.
Well, they could actually get pulled over and fined for that. But you know what? We found out that if you're taking your kid to school and you live a block or 2 blocks away from the school, you still have to put your child in the proper safety seat, because the kid, we only have to go 2 blocks. But they all say accidents happen in short travel. So, and you saw recently in several accidents, the child was saved because of the car seat.
Now, is Super Bowl usually a big day when people are drinking and driving? Do you see a lot more DUIs and
Well, yeah, that's one of the
accidents?
biggest drinking days, one of them of the year.
We have so many more resources than we ever did with getting a ride home. You have Uber, you have Lyft, you have all these different apps. You have friends and family. So again, if you are going to be driving after you're drinking, we want to just make sure that you have a driver, right? A designated driver.
Absolutely. That you just call your friend, your neighbor, someone that's sober, and call them to bring you home.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria, located at 3739 Wyoming Street in Hazleton. Every Friday night is all-you-can-eat crab legs from 5 until 8 p.m. Reservations are suggested. You can call 570-454-6000 to make a reservation or for more information.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Looks like a bit more snow on Friday. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Snow showers likely on Friday before 3 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow showers. It will be cloudy with a high in the 30s. Wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. Friday night is mostly cloudy with a low in the teens. Saturday looks mostly sunny with a high near 30. Saturday night partly cloudy with a low in the teens. Sunday a chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 30. Sunday night mostly cloudy with a low in the teens. Monday is partly sunny with a high near 20. And Monday night is cold. It will be mostly cloudy with a low in the single digits. With cold temperatures and the possibility of more snow on the way, we just wanted to remind everyone to bring their pets inside and keep them safe. Dog and cat Instagram videos are what's getting me through the pandemic, so let's keep all of them healthy and happy. We have one score on the latest SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Hazleton area girls basketball team lost their first league game of the year to Wilkes-Barre area. Wilkes-Barre area is now 3-1 in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I standings, and the Lady Cougars are 2-1. Coming up next, we talk about some of the interesting guests that will be a part of the new season of The Girls here on SSPTV. In sports, Wayne Zahner tells us how the Sugarloaf Mountain helped inspire him to try and reach the highest summit on each continent. And in the SSPTV Spotlight, we learn about the Lehigh Valley Health Network's Vital Choice program.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. George S. Toots Anthony Jr., age 101 of drums, the Harmon Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. David C. Billett, age 71 of Hazel Township. A private mass will be held at Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. The Josiah Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Roger Tucker DeNecker, who passed away on January 20th. Mass will be held on Saturday at 12 noon at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Mountaintop. Friends may call Saturday from 11 a.m. until 12 noon at the church. The McEwen Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Lourdes Antonio Trish Gomez de Molina, age 58, of West Hazleton. A graveside service will be held on Saturday at 11 a.m. at St. Gabriel's Cemetery. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Anna Mae Avanco, age 73, of Hazel Township. Services will be held at a later date under the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home. Stephen Day Lusky Jr., age 90, of Hazleton. Services were previously held under the McNulty Funeral Home. Salvador J. Esposito of Zion Grove. A private mass will be held at Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church in Weatherly. The Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Jeanette Trentley, age 81, of Hazleton. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Alicia Taylor Lynn Wilcox, age 28, of McAdoo, who passed away on January 4th. Services were previously held under the Firo Funeral Home. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.